So this is what I wanted to focus on today. It's a little bouncy, sorry. A day in my life. This is what I do. You know, we moved from Utah to Nevada. I had a lot of customers in Utah, a lot of them little old ladies that we had to deliver to, right? And that won't go on our Avon online store. And so we kind of had to find a way to take care of them. And so this is what I'm doing. I do want you to understand that this is, that if you decide to do this or something like this, this is on you. This is not something Avon promotes. In fact, I mean, they're okay with it because I told them I'm doing it, but it's not something they promote. And there is maybe a little bit of a different side to that too. But what I do is I take their order. So the customer calls me with their order. I write up their order. I take it. I give them a total. Now I am adding 4% or $4 order processing charge to all of my customers' orders. If I'm delivering, they pay $4 for order processing charge. If I'm going to order it for them, I'm still charging them the $4 order processing charge. Now I want to be really careful about this because you know how a customer gets free shipping with a $60 order in your online store? Not if I'm ordering it. If they want the free shipping, they have to order it themselves. If I order it, they pay $4 for an order processing charge because I'm going to have to pay the difference. So I'm going to walk you through how I do this in very specifics. Okay, so let's get off of this and let's go to our Avon, to my Avon online store. Now, in order to do this, what I'm doing is I'm taking their order, I'm processing their payment through my payment processing, which is Square. I'm placing the order for them and I'm shipping it to them directly and I'm paying for it. I've collected their money through Square, which will be deposited in my bank account. That's the real basics of it. But in order to do that, you're going to be placing this order on your store as a customer, not as a rep, because you cannot drop ship to your customer as a rep. So as a customer, so what that means is you'll need a different email address in order to sign up as a customer on your online store, okay? I use two windows for this. I use Chrome, which is my main browser window, but I also have Firefox open. And the reason for this is a little technical, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's okay. But the reason for this is cookies. If I'm logged in as me as a rep, I cannot log in as a customer because of cookies. But if I use a different browser, their cookies don't talk to each other, right? So I can be logged into my Avon online store as a rep, and then I can go to to Firefox, and I can log into my Lynn's online store. So here you would sign in and you would create an account if you don't already have one. I have an email address that I created specifically for this. When I created it, I made my name as Lynn C. Huber. So Lynn C, one word. And the reason for that, it makes it really easy for me to see how I'm logged in. I'm logged in as a customer. And when I see the orders on my back end in my back office, then I can see it was my customer order and not my rep order. That's just a hint. That's what I do. So you would just go to your online store and you would create an account as a customer. It cannot be the same email address. Okay. So to show you how this is done, I have a customer named Richard. He's my husband, but I left him in Utah. So he still lives in Utah. So he called me and he goes, I want to place an order. He texted me his order. And I go, okay. And I figure it out and I figure out the total. I tell him, this is the total. Is it okay to use your credit card that I have on file? Because I've got the credit card on file. Or I would have to ask them for their credit card if I didn't already have it, right? I have a little spreadsheet that I use and I blacked out the names because these are all of my customer online orders and I blacked out the names. But so I'm gonna go in here, you can like, this is a Google sheet and you literally can just go in and click on it and go insert row and keep adding rows at the top. So the newest is always at the top. And so this is Richard Huber. He's placing an order with me, right? And I'm ordering it on my account. And I know that his sales tax in Salt Lake is 7.75. You guys don't have to do all this. I'm the person that needs every step spelled out. This is why I do this, so that I don't miss a step, right? Okay, create an invoice. I'm going to create an invoice on my Avon, but before I do that, I'm going to make sure all the products are available because I don't want to charge their credit card and find out they're not. And that's why I have two windows open. But if you don't know how to do this with 2 windows, or if you are, not real computer savvy about using 2 different browsers, all you need to know is that from your Avon website, just log out and log back in as your customer. Okay, so you can just go back and forth by logging in and logging out as a rep or as a customer. So I'm going to go back to my Firefox. I'm logged in as a customer, and I have his order here. And so I'm going to just click on shop by product because I have his order here already, right? And I am going to, he wants this black suede set. Let me see. This is on page 119. And this I did this specifically so I could show you what I do because there's a free product there.
The bundles of
Right
special. Oh, okay.
So so this is on page 119 in the campaign 22 brochure. And he wants this black suede set. You see at the bottom it says free exclusive sparkling pendant necklace with any $30 fragrance purchase. So he's going to get that for free. And I put that on his invoice so that he can see it, and I'll explain that. So I'm going to add this black suede bundle, and then he wants a mesmerized set, and I'm going to add that. And so if I were now, I see those 2 are in there. Now I'll also add a free gift to all of my customer orders. This is what I do, and Richard has made a joke out of it with our customers over the years. Oh, when you order from us, it's like Cracker Jacks. You never know what you're going to get in there. So when at the beginning of every campaign, I take my promotion tool and I create a promotion for every single product that's available for my customer account. And I put in my Lindsay customer as that. So I literally could go here and I could choose one of these coupon codes. This is a toothpaste with the toothbrush or the eye serum. Those are the only 2 I have available right now. If they aren't, and so if they ordered a $40 order, this is more than $40, so I could just add this, but I'm not going to place this order, so I'm not going to waste this coupon code right now. If they have a smaller order or like less than $40, then I will find a free gift. Sometimes you can go to special offers and you can go to good buys. And this is just, I'm just showing you what I do. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Special offers. And then you kind of scroll down here and you click on sort by price low to high. Okay. So right now, the cheapest thing in here is $1.79. I try to look for something I could get for $1 or less, or, it depends on how big the order is. I might add like a $3 mask where I'm making full commission on it. But a little secret I just recently found, if I go to Bath and Body and sort by price low to high, sort by price low to high, check it out. There is some lip balms. Oh, whoops, that didn't work. Shop. It's being slow.
Lagging.
It's lagging. Okay, so I sorted it by price low to high. There's some lip balms in here for 39 cents. By the time you take your commission off that, it's like not going to cost you very much, right? So I would just add that to the bag. I would just add it to the bag. There's a strawberry or a dew kiss. And then, so now I know I have all of those available, okay? Because I checked it. And also, if I go to checkout, wait a minute, back up just a hair. I have all these windows, so I can't hardly see. I would go down here as well and click on your special offer, and I would add a free brochure. Okay, so I add the free brochure, and then I go to checkout. You can see in here, order detail, you can see the necklace is in here for free, so you don't need to order it, right? Anything that's free typically comes free. Okay, so before I place this order now, I'm going to go back to my my Chrome, and I'm going to go to Manage Business and Customer Invoicing. And I'm going to create an invoice for him. I'm going to click on Create New Invoice, and I'm going to select a customer. And I can't see through all this stuff. I'm going to choose Richard, and I'm going to choose him. Okay, so now I've chosen this customer. Did it go? I don't think it did.
Right at the top.
Oh, it did. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so now I have to add products. So this is a little bit cumbersome, a little bit. You have to like go in and you have to put the number in 053245 and quantity 1. and update. And then I'm going to add another product, and I'm going to add the 054806, which is the second item he wanted, and update. Now I do not add that lip balm because that's a free gift from me. Okay, so I do not add that, but I am going to add that free necklace. So I'm going to click on add product, but now I'm going to click on enter name. If it was like a power serum, you could put the item number in and it would pull that. But this necklace isn't, I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to say sparkling pendant necklace. And then the campaign is 202222, invoice quantity 1, regular price is $22.99. I want him to see that it's worth a lot of money, and the price is 0. I'm putting a 0 price in there. Okay, so I've added that necklace. Now if I click here and print this invoice, I can print screen this. So I'm just gonna print screen this, and everybody's computer is different. So how you do a print screen, or if you don't know how, you might Google it. But I mean, on mine, mine's a Mac, so it's Command-Shift-4, and I can actually select the area that I want to select. So I did a print screen. So now I could text Richard back and go, thank you so much for your order. Your total is $53.85. And here's your, and I put that image in the text with him. Here's a copy of your invoice. Is it okay if I use your credit card that I have on file, right? And I get his permission. So he says yes. So now I go over to Square and I go take a payment, and I put that payment in. And I put the payment, the amount in, and I put that, you can just type the credit card in, and then I'm going to charge it. And then once it charges, there's an option to send a receipt. So I will either text or email the receipt to him from here. Okay, I'm not going to do all this, but that's what I would do. So now I've made sure that the product was available on Avon.com. I created an invoice for him and I charged him. So now I need to go back to my account here, and I need to go to the shipping address and I need to change it. Now I have a lot of my customers in here, and crap, I don't have one for him though. I'm just gonna stick a customer in here. Whoops, change. I'm just gonna, I just choose a customer because I have to be careful. I don't know. I'll just do that one. So we're just going to pretend like I'm shipping it to Richard. So I actually chose Richard as the shipping address, okay? And then I'm going to click on, is your order a gift? And I'm going to say to Richard, from Lynn and Richard. Hi, Richard. Thank you very much for your order. I was able to add a free lip balm for you. Hope you like it. And a little smiley face. And I saved that gift message, okay? That way, he gets the order and he goes, I didn't order this. Well, it's in there. The print's actually on the packing list, a little nice little love letter from me, okay? And I click on, now remember, I shipped it to my customer. I just leave it a standard ground. I click on, is this a gift? And I click continue. Now the billing address is gonna be me. The billing address has to be me because it's my credit card. And I will use my credit card, and I'll put my CVV in, and then I'll submit the order. And so what will happen is I will get billed to my credit card. I've already got the money from his credit card. It's going to my bank tonight because I just ran it on Square. And I submitted that order, and Avon's going to ship it directly to him. So I just do all of this in this little spreadsheet. I created an invoice, so yeah, 10 for I credit, and I charge the card. I do this because I want to make sure I get it in the order. Like I charge the card before I place the order, because you don't want to place the order and then find out the card doesn't go through or something like that. So I make sure that all the products are available, then I charge the card. Now I know the charge went through and I'm good to go, so I place the order. Then I just take the order total and I type it in here. I log it on my business expenses, and I put the order number in. So once I place that order here, it would give me an order number. Now, the reason I use my card, I know some of you might be thinking, well, I can just put my customer's card in here. You could, but I ran into some problems with that. One is Right now, it seems that it's not an issue, but a lot of times when we first moved over to the new website, it would text the customer and say, here's enter this code for this charge to go through. That ain't going to work if you're doing it for them, right? And I can just see problems. And so when I talked to Avon about it, they were fine with me using my card and doing it this way. I'm not sure how they would feel about you using customer cards and changing the billing and the shipping address. So this is what I do, okay? This is what I do. So I charge it on my card, I pay for it, and then it's not an issue too, because if there's a problem with the order, I can call Avon and I can take care of it. And it wasn't their credit card, and that's, you're gonna have to, you know what, this is one of the things you're gonna have to be careful about, because let's say that your customer orders something, a shirt or a jewelry, a ring or something, and it doesn't fit. Well, guess what? Now you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to figure out how to deal with that. I literally have said to my customers occasionally, it doesn't happen very often. It's actually very rare. Maybe I just have good customers. But I actually had a customer, I think it was a $10 item, and I told her, hey, just keep it. Because it was way cheaper for me to take the loss on that item than to try to return it. And after I placed the order for her, I don't want her to have to return it. So that's something you're going to have to deal with, right? You're going to have to figure out how you're going to deal with that, because you're either going to have to take a loss, or you're going to have to return it, or you're going to have to get it back from her somehow, and then you return it or whatever. So there's just some little things that go along with this. It's not easy. The easiest thing would be for your customer to place the order themselves, but that doesn't always work, right? So I placed that order, I went back, okay, then I text them, that's why I have all the rest of this. I text them and I go, hey, I placed your order, here's your little invoice, the little print screen I did. I will track this order for you and I will let you know as soon as it ships. So then every single morning, I go back to my Avon orders, I go up here and I go to order history, and you know, so here's an order I did today, it's still processing, so there's no way for me to track it. If I, here's one that I did. So here I could track it. So I could, no, that one's still processing too. Here's one that shipped. So I can click on this tracking number and it will come up and it will tell me that it's expected to be shipped on, to arrive on October 7th. So as soon as it ships and as soon as I have that confirmation, then I text them again and I say, hey, your order shipped. I'm expecting it to arrive on October 7th. If you want, here's the tracking number, and I give them the tracking information. And I track it every day until that customer has received their order. I stay on it. And then I text them the day before the order's to arrive. Hey, looks like your order's going to be delivered tomorrow. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your rep. So this is the customer service that I'm providing, and I'm not delivering orders all over, right? Most of these are in Utah. So that's what I have. Does anybody have any questions about this? This is what
I do.
Okay, who was that?
So this is Lisa Hilton.
Oh, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. So I just wanted to clarify, like on the free gift that you ship them, like the lip balm.
Uh-huh.
So is that technically charged to Richard? Because you're not ordering that separately, right? To
No,
get it shipped.
I'm using my credit card to pay for it.
So when you go and transfer the order to your name, then you add the lip balm.
Yeah, when I'm creating an invoice in my rep account, I do not add the lip balm. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So you can see, let's see, here's if we go to manage business, customer invoicing, we go back down to Richard. Oh, I can just click here, print invoice. So I put the black suede and the mesmerized, I put the pendant necklace because that was free from Avon, and he knew that because it was on the book, right? So, and I put it as 0 cost. I do not charge for a lip balm. I don't even mention it here. But when I go to pay at the other end on the other account where I'm on my customer account, when I go to pay, it's coming from my credit card, so he's never going to see that.
So, but you're adding the lip balm to your credit card, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
We pay for it. So, but I also do, as much as possible, I try to use promotions if at all possible. But you need to have them set up ahead of time because they're not good until the next day after you set them up. So the first day of the campaign, I set up as many as I can. And you know what? If I were to use one early on, I could create another one for future, right, to have. So, I mean, I create one promotion a week for all of my customers. And of course, I'm in there too because I'm one of my customers. But then I also create one of every available promotion for myself. That's the free gift, not like free shipping or anything like that. There's no point in
Right.
giving yourself free shipping. I got to pay for it, right? So, okay, did that answer your question then? Yeah, I guess so.
It did, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Can I just say, I know for the first time, probably most of your heads are spinning, but this is some of the things you have to do to make a workaround on things. But the positive on this, just to let you know, is that price of gas is going back up again. It was $6 a gallon here in Vegas. And so you're not having to spend any time driving around town, any time spending on gas. And that's a huge savings. I used to spend 2 to 3 days back in the good old days, and we were delivering a lot of orders. I spend 2 to 3 days of driving around town, 5 to 6 hours each day delivering orders. And so now neither one of us has to go anywhere. We do all of these online. I mean, I send thank you cards too. So my job now is instead of driving around delivering orders, I'm making up thank you cards for the customer. Lynn's doing the other computer part here, getting the orders sent. And then the few customers that don't have a text or they don't have an email or whatever, I'll personally call them and say, hey, just want to let you know your order is finally processed. Instead of sending them the text message, I'll just say, hey, your order's coming next Friday. Look forward to be dropped right at your doorstep. And the beauty of it doing this way is a lot of our customers are getting our orders faster now. Before, they'd have to wait, we'd order every 2 weeks. And so sometimes they would miss an order by a few days, and they may have to wait a week or 2 weeks till our next order would go in, plus the 7 days it takes for Avon to ship it. So now they call up, they want an order, we place it, and usually within 7 days, they get their order. They're getting it faster now.
Yeah. So I just put in the chat the link to get, if you don't have Square, if you use my link, then you'll get $1,000 in free processing. In fact, we both will. So I will get $1,000 in free processing, and so will you. And so, your first $1,000 in processing won't cost you anything. After that, I think it's 2.75% or something like that, plus 75 cents per transaction. It's a business expense, so you have to, look at it that way. But I do need to talk about some numbers here. So sometimes this is really important to understand, okay? Sometimes those little old ladies will order $10, right? And if I take a $10 order, I'm gonna lose money. I'm charging them $4. So they give me a $10 order, I charge them $4 for order processing fee. I'm making 45.
My name's Briette. I'll be your nurse tonight. All your 8 o'clock meds.
Is somebody talking to me, or do I need to mute you?
Can you not do it at all? No. Okay, good. Anywhere? What's the questions?
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I get 45% because I'm Rose Circle. Okay. But even still, on a $10 order, $10 times 45, I'm still only making $4.50. So by the time I pay shipping, $8, and I'm going to collect $4 back from the customer for their order processing charge. So on a $10 order, I made 50 cents. Okay. I just figure at that point it's either break even or it's pretty much break even. That might not work for you. If you're at 25% earnings, if you're new, a $10 order, you're going to lose money. So for me, I sometimes, even if I have to lose money, now if it's a customer that's $10 every time or less, I'm going to find them a local rep because I can't do that, right?
Or get them to bump up their order.
Yeah, or try to get them to bump up their order.
Itself.
Like if they order 1 glimmer sticks, how about maybe you order 3 or something, right? But if I made money on them regularly, if I'm making money and I take a loss on this order, it's worth it because over the long haul, I'm making money on this customer. If I'm consistently losing money or barely breaking even, it's not worth it. So then I would suggest they find a local rep or whatever, right? So let's look at this. Let's, as a new rep, let's say you are making 25% earnings. If you have a $35 order, your commission is going to be $8.75. That's if it's beauty products. If it's not beauty products or jewelry, you only make 20%. So, but we're going to assume that it's a beauty order. So you made $8.75. So you're going to pay shipping on that. You're going to pay $8 for shipping. So now you only made 75 cents. But you're also charging your customer $4. So you made $4.75. I hope that makes sense. If you have a $30 order, then your commission is $7.50, which means by the time you pay shipping, you lost 50 cents. But if you charge them $4 for order processing charge, you basically netted $3.50. So I would say a $30 order is probably about where you're going to break even if you're new and if you're just at 25% earnings. So you have to decide what works for you. And you know what? I am not even saying that this is something you should do. This is just what I do. And I know that I have people on my team who can't get out, who are, I mean, I have Gary on my team who's in a wheelchair. I have other people on my team who are also in wheelchairs and they can't get out. They can't go deliver orders. So this is a way that you can make it happen if a customer does not want to order on your website, mostly because they're afraid of the internet or they're, you know, little old lady, they don't have an internet, whatever, you know, then you can still take care of that customer. That being said, there is scammers out there. You do need to be aware of that. The majority of them, though, are going to be different because they're going to be like texting you this whole order of a couple of $100 and I will mail you a certified check. That's a scam. Do not take that order. They can either order on your website or they can go away because it's a scam. It's a known scam. So don't fall for that. But if a customer calls you and says, hey, I got word that you're an Avon rep and I live in, you know, I don't know, I'm just going to use Utah as an example. I live in Rose Park. You know, can you be my rep? And Lisa Hilton, she's in Sandy. She might not want to drive all the way to Rose Park. That's like a 30, 40-minute drive. So she might say, yeah, I can take care of you. I will mail brochures to you and you can call me with your order and I'll place it for you. That's how you do that, right? So you have to mail brochures to them because they need brochures. And I use Campaign Mailer for that. And I use all of my normal follow-ups that I teach you already. And it's just me providing customer service. I'm placing the order for the customers. And I'm charging them that $4. Now remember, if it's free shipping for $60, if they even say that to you, they might say, well, your brochure says free shipping with a $60 order. I'm like, great, you can get free shipping if you place that order. If I place it, I have to charge you an order processing charge of $4. Okay, my customers don't complain about it. Every once in a great while, I have had somebody say, what's this $4? And I go, well, you know, it helps me cover books and gas and all the other things I do to provide you. And they're, oh, okay. They don't even question it. So let me come back to you guys because that's really all I have. Reattach the cameras, quit sharing my screen. So I'm back to you guys. So let's talk. What questions do you have? What can I help you with? We have about 15 minutes left. If there's anything that I can help you. Hi, Chris. Did I say hi to you already? See, you're here.
You have to unmute them. Are they muted?
You're all muted, so if you want to say something, just unmute yourself.
Lynn,
Yeah.
this is Lisa Hilton again.
Hi.
So I just want to clarify. So when you ship the order and you charge them the $4, you still get charged $8 though, right? So aren't you losing $4 or am I missing something?
I am losing $4 on shipping.
You are losing $4.
Yes, my intent is to
Okay.
make a commission.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, the higher the order, the more money you'll make.
So Lisa, that's what I'm saying. So like if you're at 25% earnings and you have a $35 order, your commission is $8.75. Okay, you're going to pay $4 shipping, so you're only going to make 75 cents, right? But you're also charging your customer $4 for order processing. So that bumps your earnings up to $4.75.
Okay.
Okay, good question though. That's what I wanted you guys to understand about this.
And the slide she showed earlier too, you always want to be growing your sales. Because most of the time, I think for most all of us in Avon, you want to be selling at least $200 a campaign. And the more you sell, the more you'll make too. But to qualify for most bonuses and everything else, you want to be selling at least $200 a campaign. So, you know, you want to get your orders up and the average order size up as well. So.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes if we get a customer that orders like $10, we'll try to bump. Richard's really good about, I make Richard talk to my customers online, on the phone, because he doesn't have to deliver anymore. So he has to talk to them. So he takes their order and then he'll try to bump them up. He'll say, hey, you know, what else can I get you? This is on sale right now. Or, you know, that's a really good price on those glimmer sticks. Are you sure you wouldn't want 2 of those just to have a backup? Just, you know, those kinds of conversations to try to bump their order up a little bit.
If it's just to sell. You know, McDonald's does it. When you go get McDonald's, you go through the drive-up. They're the first ones that ever did it. You want fries with that.
Yeah,
It's
so you're going to say,
sell.
you're going to say, would you like an eye makeup remover with that?
Yeah. And most people are good about it. Most of them say, oh yeah, I do need something else. You know, they order a lipstick, they need a lipstick liner to go with it. Everything has an item you can add to it. Or order more of them. You know, wow, they're the glimmer sticks on sale for $3.99. It's a great price. You wanna stock up and get 3 of them so you don't run out.
Or even 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they order 1 shower gel, bump them up to 2 so they have a backup, right?
Yeah. You order shampoo. Do you need a conditioner to go with that to match it?
Yeah. You guys already know how to do all
Yeah.
this. This is about growing your business, right? So that's the key. So you can take your customer orders, you can place them for them and have it shipped directly to them. It's just that at that point, you're the customer to Avon because you're placing it on your customer account on your Avon website.
Are
So
you selecting like ship to a friend?
you're doing it ship as a gift.
Ship as a gift. Okay.
Yeah. So you're doing it ship as a gift and you're changing the shipping address to your customer. Now you need to be very careful. You need to be aware. This is why I have all those little columns in my spreadsheet to make sure I do everything, because I don't want to accidentally ship it to myself, because then I'm going to have to turn around and ship it to them again and I just lost money, right? So you have to be careful. You want to make sure the bill to is your address because it's your credit card, and the ship to would be your customer's name and address, and that it will ship to them.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, this is great. In our situation, we didn't want to lose a bunch of customers. I mean, we could lose $5,000 to $10,000 in sales if we would have just said, oh, well, I guess we're not going to deliver those customers anymore. Then there goes half of our business. And so we did this, but we know quite a few people that are either recovering from an illness, or they're confined to a wheelchair, or they just don't like to drive around town or drive that much. And so this is a great way to find a workaround for it.
Yeah, I mean, I will direct a customer to my website. That's the first option. You know, hey,
Sure.
you can order on my Avon online store. And if they start balking at that, that's when I say, hey, I can place the order for you. This is how I do it. I'll get your credit card. I'm going to charge you a $4 order processing fee, but I will place the order for you. I will mail you brochures, so you'll get every campaign you'll get a brochure. And I take care of them just as though they were down the street and I was delivering a brochure to them and I was delivering their order, because I'm staying on their order the whole way. So I'm going to text them or call them the day before their order's delivered saying, hey, your order's going to be delivered tomorrow, you know, so they feel like I'm putting in the effort to be right there with them the whole way. And obviously, I'd rather they order online. I'd rather that they just go on and place the order and I make the money. But sometimes we have to do what's right for our customers, ourselves. We have to help, whatever we need to do to keep ourselves up. And like Richard said, we moved from Utah to Nevada. We can't deliver anymore to Utah, but I don't want to just lose all my sales because they moved. And so that's why we're doing it that way.
Yeah. And during COVID, this was a big workaround that we came up with too, because some of the people didn't want me coming to their house delivering orders. So I would trying my best to just drop it on the porch and collect the money ahead and all that. But like I say, this does have a lot of benefits. The main thing recently has just been the time involved. I used to spend, 2, 3 days a week driving around town, plus all the gas, and gas keeps going up. So
It's a lot of little steps. And so like Richard said, if you're feeling overwhelmed, I will post this video. I'm also going to take the training. I'm going to cut the part out about the training on this, and I'm going to create a training. I'm just going to take that part of the video and create a training on how to do this. So you can stop the video. You can just take it step by step, and just know that even for me, it was a little bit kind of hairy at first. That's why I started with that spreadsheet. I started saying, create an invoice, charge their credit card, do this, do that, so that I would get it in the right order and I would make sure everything was done. Because the last thing you want to do is go and put your credit card in, ship to your customer, and forget to get their credit card and bill them, right? It doesn't do you any good if you're donating product to them. So, but the first couple of times it might be a little weird and you have to figure it out. But after you get going, you'll develop a rhythm that works for you. And again, it's not even something you need to do. It's just an option. So what
I was thinking of reaching out to some of my former customers in different states and say, hey, I've been reaching out to get you to go to the website, but if you'd rather me help you out and just do the order for you, let's talk.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually put that in my text. I have an Avon book text list that they don't get the brochures in the mail. They just get my digital book, right? And I said there, you can order on my online store and the link. And if you're not comfortable doing that, please contact me. I'd be happy to place it for you. I actually put that in my text.
Yeah.
So it's just, for me, it's capturing every sale. Our sales, for those of us that have been here a long time, our sales are struggling this year. They're getting better. They're getting a lot better right now. Things are going up, and I'm really excited by that. COVID's over. God, gas prices are sky high, but my sales are actually going up, and our team sales are going up, and that's a good thing. And we're going into the holidays, so take full advantage of everything you can.